What's going on, y'all? It's Lodge Locks, and today we get another prize picks video for you guys. In today's video, we're going to be giving you guys a couple of NFL correlation plays I love for this week 2, Sunday, September 15th NFL slate that we got. Is a pretty good one, a lot of good games, and we're going to be giving you guys a total of 6 players, 2 correlations with the 3 different correlations with the quarterback and receiver duo that we're going to be giving you guys in today's video. But before we hop into those, make sure to drop a like and subscribe with those post notifications turned on. It just means the world to me. Been grinding for you guys, trying to give you guys the best content, the best value, and the best breakdowns throughout this whole college football and NFL season. So again, if you guys are new to the channel and want to stay tuned throughout the whole college football and again NFL season coming up, we barely just started on both of them. If you guys want to stay tuned, make sure those post notifications are turned on down below to get notified right whenever those videos drop. We're going to be uploading every single weekend that we got football. And again, just the best way to stay tuned, get the early value and whatnot on this channel is to have those post notifications turned on. But with that being said, a little recap from college football weekend. Now, it was kind of a weird one, man, and the hooks were crazy on this weekend, the games for Saturday. As you guys can see, these were a couple of correlation plays that we give you guys. I was telling you guys about this Quinn and Isaiah Bond one. I kind of told you guys to stay away from this one, though, because they got a crazy bump. Now, Quinn Ewers, obviously, they blew them out the waters, and then they had Arch Manning in there like the whole second half, so he got the reboot right there. Isaiah Bond went crazy, though, as well, so this correlation kind of hit, kind of didn't reboot, though. Either way, Isaiah Bond still hit, so if you guys took this one, Isaiah Bond still would have benefited you guys. Jackson Dart and Trey Harris, that one did smack out easily. This game was crazy, a lot of high-scoring just offense from this team, and they just did their thing. Now, the hooks that went crazy, just from these 2 hooks alone, this was a 4-man that we gave you guys. We gave you guys the Shador, Colorado boys, Travis Hunter, and then the Mizzou boys over their lines as well, Brady Cook and Luther Burden. Now, you can't make this up. Look at the hooks on these ones. This was a 4-man that we dropped you guys in the video. This one got hooked. You need 10 more passing yards. He literally needed 1 more yard for this one. Brady Cook needed 1 more yard. So, again, 2 plays right here that only needed 1 yard. And then Shador only needed 10 more passing yards. You really can't make that up. If CSU would have kept the game a little closer, this line would have smacked easily. And then, unfortunately, Brady Cook, he just got hooked by 1. So, can't really do nothing about this, though. It was a good read on both the ends of the ball. For both these correlation plays, but unfortunately we just didn't get the edge and didn't go our way. But that's just the name of the game with sports betting and whatnot. And then another play we gave you guys was the LSU duo. Now this one, it was kind of, they had a rough start the first quarter. First quarter alone, they really didn't do nothing. They barely had any passing yards. I think he only had 30 in total. Kyron Lacey didn't really do nothing until the second half. I believe he only had 1 catch in the whole first half alone. So again, just a little rough start right there, but still they barely missed as well. But all these plays, especially this correlation play that we gave you guys, this was a 4-man. This one was just heartbreaking. As you guys can see, literally could have smacked easily if things just went our way and whatnot, but unfortunately it just didn't. But we gave you guys these plays, so hopefully you guys benefited a little bit off of these ones and whatnot. But again, the hooks were just crazy on this one. Couldn't really do much about that one. It was a good read though. But we're going to bounce back in today's video with a couple more correlation plays like that I just showed you guys, the quarterback and wide receiver duo. So with that being said, we're going to go and hop right into those. And again, before, it would just mean the world to me if you guys could even drop a comment down below. It could be anything, literally just help me get the algorithm flowing and whatnot, the channel out there to more people. It would just mean the world if you could drop that quick comment. But enough talking. The first little correlation plays we're going to be looking at, I love this Tampa Bay versus Detroit Lions matchup. As you guys can see, this game is supposed to be a good one. The spread on this one is only minus 7.5, so it should be a nice high-scoring game. Both these teams love to throw the ball, and the over and under is the highest that we got on this slate. As you guys can see, the total points scored prediction is supposed to be over 51.5. That is the line that it's at. So again, both these teams love to throw their ball. Their pass compared to run rate is just pretty good overall, especially for the NFL. They typically have a 50-50, but both these guys have one of the most throwing offensive passing rates on each of the teams in the whole NFL. So again, this one should be a high-scoring game. Typically, whenever these guys play each other, it tends to be a shootout type of situation, and it is predicted to have a lot of points flying through the air in this matchup. So with the first correlation play that we're giving you guys, this is honestly my favorite one on the day. So if you guys are going to take anything from my video, I'd probably recommend this duo, Baker Mayfield over his passing yards. 263.5 over his passing yards right there. As you guys can see, this Detroit Lions team is ranked 27th in passing yards allowed, giving out 247.4 a game. So again, they give up damn near just like the same amount, and Baker Mayfield knows how to air the ball. This Tampa Bay team loves to throw the ball as well. If we look at the little insight down here, they almost have a 60 to 40% run rate. Right now it's 59 to 42. So again, that's super good for the NFL, especially typically you see that from like college teams or whatnot. So from the NFL aspect, Baker Mayfield, he's going to love to throw this ball in this type of matchup with a weak defensive end on those passing yards allowed. As you guys can see, if we look at this little insight right here, Baker Mayfield has exceeded 263.5 passing yards in 5 straight games versus bottom 10 defensives for passing yards allowed, averaging 304 passing yards a game in these games against bottom 10 defensive teams in passing yards allowed. So again, if he's averaging damn near 40 over this line in these type of situations in 5 straight games, that should just tell you guys a lot. This one should be a close game too. It's not like it's going to be a blowout and whatnot. Detroit's a pretty good team offensively as well, so that's why I'm kind of predicting this game to be a shootout. But I love this correlation play right here for Baker Mayfield and his number one target, as you guys can see right here. If we look at the target share, Mike Evans is the number one guy with the 25% target share. He gets most of the targets, him and Chris Godwin. But I feel like Mike Evans in this type of situation against a Detroit team who's going to really give up a lot of points through the air and whatnot and just receiving yards. I feel like Mike Evans is just the go-to guy in this type of situation, deep threat and whatnot. He knows how to go for them deep routes, so he should be able to catch those balls pretty good. So we're going to be looking at Mike Evans right here. We're going to be rocking with him over his 69.5 line. Now this one's been fluctuating. As you guys can see, it started at 68.5. Now it's all the way at 69. I forgot to show the Baker Mayfield one. This one started at 245. This one's all the way to 263. So again, even Prize Picks know he's going to just favor in this matchup, airing out the ball and whatnot. So we're going to be rocking with these two for the first correlation play. Mike Evans and Baker Mayfield. Love this one. This is honestly my favorite one on the whole slate. So again, if you guys are going to take anything from today's video, I'd probably recommend this little correlation right here. So we rock with that one, and then Mike Evans as his number one target for the correlation right here. Now, another strategy I've been doing, I know Taco Tuesdays aren't here, but I've been I've been doing like a lot of personal plays like this one I showed you guys up here. Take a Taco Tuesday and then pair it with one of my favorite correlation duos that I like on the whole week and just place a lot of money on those ones. The max you can only put is 25. But again, that's pretty good money still. It's like 125, I think, or 150. So again, pretty good money back right there. But for example, we'll just put this Caleb Williams as a placeholder. You guys can do this as well if you guys haven't taken it already. But that's just like a little example. But without that case, we're going to give you guys the other players that we love that you guys could go and pair with it. With that being on the other side of the ball, Jared Goff over his passing yards, 273.5. Now this one's pretty high. But Tampa Bay's passing yards allowed defensively is pretty weak as well. They are worse than Detroit Lions, as you guys can see. They're ranked 29th, giving around 250 a game to opposing teams. So this is a pretty good line right here. Pretty good value overall. And as you guys can see, Jared Goff has exceeded 273.5 passing yards in 5 of his last 6 games at home. So again, pretty good matchup for them as well. He's averaging 285 in those games at home. So again, pretty good insight right there. He has that advantage on the side of the home crowd and whatnot. Now this last matchup, he really didn't do much. 217 right here. Now a lot of you guys are probably looking at that and be like, oh, he hasn't really been throwing it. But that's kind of what is a good strategy on the NFL and whatnot. Typically, whenever players have a bad game, first week and whatnot, they're just kind of getting used to like the gist of things and whatnot, and then the second week they tend to go crazy. So again, good little insight right here. Jared Goff in the last 2 head-to-heads against this Tampa Bay team has also covered this line 100% of the time, as you guys can see. First game he had 353, and then the second game he had 287. So pretty good value right here, and the pass rate is also in favor for this Detroit offense. 56 compared to a run rate of 44%, and his number one target, which we're going to be pairing with, is Amon-Ra St. Brown. Love this guy. His target share is pushing 30. So again, with this type of defensive team that they're going against, there should be a lot of offense, and it should just be a back and forth type of situation with both these teams just loving to throw the ball. So again, this is other correlation play that we're giving you guys. Jared Goff over his play, 273, and then Amon-Ra over his 82.5 receiving yards. If we look at the Amon-Ra end on his stats, as you guys can see, he had a pretty rough week 1, only 13 receiving yards. But in this matchup, as you guys can see, 124 and 77. He gets a lot of targets in this matchup as well. 15 and 14 right there, along with 12 and 8 receptions. So again, with this Tampa team being Just super vulnerable against that wide receiver position. As you guys can see, they give around 180 a game, and I expect Amon-Ra to at least get half of that, which should just equal value for success. A little insight down here for Amon-Ra specifically. He's exceeded 82.5 receiving yards in 4 of his last 5 games versus bottom 10 defenses for receiving yards allowed, averaging 119 against these type of teams. So again, pretty good value overall, both ends of the ball. These guys just have a lot of favor in them, so we're going to be rocking with these two. This is a nice little correlation play that you guys can run. Mike Evans, Baker Mayfield, Jared Goff, and Amon-Ra, same game correlation. If this one tends to be a shootout, I can guarantee that both these guys play in just long, hard fought out game. There should be a lot of yards flying through the air, and the prediction again is the highest of the whole slate with over 51 points spread total scored on both ends of the ball. This should just equal value for offense. So love both these correlations as well. And then another correlation that I'd be throwing in here is this Daniel Jones and the Giants offense along with Malik Neighbors. Now, obviously, if we look at his last 5, it's looking kind of rough right here. But this Washington team, I'm not sure why it's showing you right here, but they're ranked 32 in passing yard defense. That's worse than the just breakdowns that I showed you guys. Maybe I'll show it right here. Yeah, as you guys can see, they're ranked 32nd in receiving yards allowed. As you guys can see, they gave up 186 .8 a game to opposing wide receivers. So again, they're just really vulnerable to the ball being aired out and whatnot. And Malik Neighbors, we saw a lot of target share go to him last game. As you guys can see, he had 7 targets and 5 receptions. So Malik Neighbors, he is a rookie, but he is honestly probably the best target that they got on this New York Giants offense. And again, there's been a lot of reds recently from this team, but you can't really do nothing about it. This was from last season. I feel like this should just be a bounce back game. A lot of people are probably looking at this and, oh, they're saying let's go under, let's go under. But this line has actually been getting bumped up. It started at 208. Now it's all the way at 216. So again, people are probably looking at this one, taking the under. They're like, oh, easy under. He's been struggling last 5. Even, what is this, last however many. He really hasn't been doing nothing. But even Prize Picks knows this is a perfect matchup for him to just throw out the ball and finally be able to just do something offensively compared to a lot of these reds that we've been seeing recently. So if they didn't believe in him, they wouldn't be bumping this type of play, which he has been under this line in the last 5 games up so much. So again, just a little insight right here. It's all about matchups and whatnot, and this is a pretty good game where he could really go out there. Even this New York Giants offense, without Saquon, they're going to have to throw the ball. Obviously, he left. Now, their pass rate is already 58 compared to 42. Now, without him, they do not. They're kind of lacking on the running back end now. So, again, they're going to have to rely on passing the ball. So, again, just even more insight, again, against a team who's ranked the worst in all of the NFL in allowing yards throughout the air. That should just equal value for success. Even though we see all those reds, it should just still be a lot of value for them to be able to throw the ball. So, great play right here. Daniel Jones over that 212 passing yards, and then we're going to be pairing him with Malik over his receiving yards. Malik Neighbors over his 67.5 receiving yards. So these are nice correlation plays, 3 different correlation plays that I love on the day. You guys can mix and match them, use them however you guys want. I already gave you guys the same game parlay. As you guys can see, both ends of the ball. You guys can do Mike Evans, Baker Mayfield, Jared Goff, and Amon-Ra as a 4-man, and then another 4-man that I loved. Take out these guys and then throw in Daniel Jones and Malik Neighbors for this 4-man as well. Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans for the first 2 players, and then Daniel Jones and Malik Neighbors for the second 2 players. This is a nice little correlation play as well that you guys can run. Love both these guys. And yeah, those are my picks I'm giving you guys on today's video for the Sunday, September 15th, Week 2 NFL slate. Again, please drop a like and subscribe with those post notifications turned on. It just mean the world to me. I'm going to be grinding for you guys all season, every weekend that we got games. There's going to be a video. So again, if you guys want to stay tuned or are new to the channel, make sure this post notifications are turned on down below. And with that being said, that is pretty much all I got for this video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and let's see you today.